We have a lot of houses. We have two whiteboards full of houses. I don't know, 30 plus houses that we're working on or dispoing, whatever the situation is. And yesterday, I have been so busy that I haven't had time to go look at our inventory or check the status. Right. So yesterday, TJ and I went up to Sherman Denison to check on those houses and just drive past.
And you guys did a couple different houses, right?
Yeah,
McKinney
we looked at three of the vacancies that we're renovating, and then we looked at we drove past our rentals that are up there just to because you're in the neighborhood. It's like it's 2 blocks away.
Yeah,
just
make sure they
roll
cut
around
the
the
grass
corner, right?
stuff.
Actually, one of them we need them to clean their gutters, or send someone to clean their gutters, something like that. But we go to this house that was in Sherman, and I was there personally last time. I put it on lockbox. I made sure it was vacant. I pulled in the driveway, and TJ, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what house is what. Half the time he's on his phone while I'm driving. So I pull in the driveway, and the front door is wide open.
Just gaping.
Just wide open. And I could see the lockbox was on the door still.
No cars in the driveway or anything, though?
No cars in the driveway. And I instantly reached to my back because I carry, and I reached over and I just untucked my gun. I get out of my truck because what's up, Turtle Mash? So I get out of my truck and I kept my hand close, to my right backside, and I walk up to the door. I was being quiet because I didn't want someone to come charging out, and knock me over or something as I was walking in. So I peek my head in, I knock on the door, pound a little bit, and then I'm like, hello? And you could see from the door, there's a pillow and a blanket and a bowl of water. I was like, dog open the door? He just threw me for a loop, right? So then I'm like, hello, and I'm checking, and TJ, when we first pulled up, and I went like this and untucked my gun, TJ reached into his bag and put his on him, so he was carrying, and he was right behind me. And I was in first, so I was getting hit first if anything bad was happening. But we searched the house, and it was just someone opened the door, and I think the back door was slightly ajar. They probably went in the back door, and because it was so cold last week,
they just go and hide.
They find for shelter, which was I'm fine with that. I was awesome for. It was awesome for me to walk into a house and not see it completely destroyed. They could have stripped it, right? So many other things could have happened, but they just went in for
shit
shelter.
On the floor, and it's miserable. I mean, because it's not the first time it's happened to us. We had remember, I'll never forget Mike's story. Our brother Mike. He rolled up to that one house, and he found the dude just sleeping. He thought he was dead in his whitey tighties.
Yeah, so that
was dead, yelling at him, screaming.
And the full
got
story
up, ran out of the house.
Full story behind that was he wasn't alone. So a lot of times we get phone calls and it's grandma, mom, older age people, and this house was inherited or it was a rental, whatever. And so Mike made an appointment with her to the seller to meet her over there. She's got, I'm the only ones with keys, I'll meet you there. And Mike goes, unlocks the door. She's like, I'm going to wait out here. Mike's like, okay, so he opens the door, and from the minute he opens the door, he goes in and looks down to the side to one of those other rooms, and there's a guy just sleeping there in his underwear, and Mike's stomping on the floor, and it's a pier and beam, and it's like thunder, yeah. And he's pounding on the wall, and he's yelling, and he's like, hello, yo. And he was about to call 911, and the guy moved. So he's like, he must have been on something, obviously, to be that knocked out. He drank the whole bottle of NyQuil. not just the suggested use.
What
But thankfully, the guy woke up and Mike was like, "Yo, you got to get out of here." And he like picked up his stuff and peaced out.